everyone, it's Kelsey here, and today I have a layout to share with you guys. I'm starting off with this open book Maggie Holmes paper, and I felt like it was very fall color with that yellow and just the print of it, so that's what I wanted as my base layer. And then I'm also going to dig into a bunch of my 4x6 and 6x6 paper pads and pull out some fall-ish colors and patterns. And what I'm going to do, I'm kind of copying Paige Evans. She does a lot of these paper pieced, quilt inspired, just lots of patterned paper looks, and normally that is not my style that I choose to scrapbook with, but I thought it would work really well for this layout, and so I kind of took a page out of her book, and I really enjoyed doing this. So I know she backs a lot of like Cameo cut files she backs them with pattern paper, and I did really enjoy getting to use some of my pattern papers that I wouldn't necessarily have used in other formats, so I might have to try this technique again. Plus it was just fun going through all my paper. But I did intentionally choose patterns for a lot of them that I would not have necessarily chosen to back a photo or to use on a card, just because normally that's, you know, certain papers aren't your style, but if you work them in small formats, or if you work them on a layout that has like a lot of elements and interest, then that kind of works. So this part's going to be kind of slow. Basically, I had made this cut file, I don't know, probably a month ago. I was getting all ready for fall, and actually it's probably been longer than that. I honestly don't know. But anyway, so I made this on my Cameo. I just typed out a bunch of words that were kind of fall and autumn, and I guess that's all related. And so I just cut them out and kind of picked a font that I liked that was going to work well for this. I had planned to just mount it on a regular piece of pattern paper, but once I decided to actually do this, I actually liked the way it looked with the different patterns behind it. So I didn't measure the words whenever I printed them or when I cut them, but they are about 100 or 1 inch pieces. Sorry, I don't know where I got 100. I'm kind of distracted. I've been filming with my new iPhone that I got, and so things might be out of the camera because I'm just not quite used to it yet, or my head might be in the way. Like I said, I'm just not quite used to it yet, but I'm gonna get there. So anyway, I'm just continuing to put pattern paper behind all of these words. Some of them were too long for a 6x6 piece, so I broke up 2 of the words. I think colored leaves was the only one that actually wouldn't fit, but I decided to go ahead and do it with hot chocolate as well. And so this is actually really easy, like as far as just I cut the paper into strips. I didn't have to cut them into small pieces or weird size pieces or anything, so it was easy just to cut them down into 1 inch strips. So here I'm going to play around with a couple of the pieces of pattern paper, see if I can back the photo on one of them. I felt like it needed a photo mat. And in the end I didn't use all of these papers, I think I used 2 out of the 3. But it took some fiddling around with to decide, because I don't know, I feel like I should have matted the whole thing on a piece of pattern paper, but I was too lazy to go and find another piece of paper. And I do like the way it turned out in the end. This layout actually came together fairly quickly, there was like more like drudge work of just cutting the paper into strips and gluing them than there really was embellishing or anything. So it was actually mentally very easy to put together. This is the times where I wish I had a glue gun, like a hot glue gun, that I kept plugged in, because it would have been way more economical to use hot glue to glue those down. But okay, that's another story. So here I had gotten this black velvet like black Heidi Swap Color Shine mist. And it was like on clearance. It was $2, so I couldn't pass it up. And I've made my own black mist before, but I didn't have the Color Shine version, and it's just easier to have a big bottle of it, so I just got it, and I liked that black splatter all around. So that was pretty easy. And then I'm pulling out these wood veneer from Teresa Collins. I think this is from 9 & Co. And I decided to go ahead and use that fox, because where are you going to use a fox on a layout? But I accomplished it, so I was pretty proud of myself. And I also, those wood veneer leaves, which are a product that's kind of hard for me. And then I put my glue on the wrong side of the adhesive to make, or on the wrong side of the wood veneer to make it curve the way that I wanted to. So I had to kind of switch that around, but again, not really a big deal. So basically that's going to finish it off. I'm just going to glue those wood veneers, and that's pretty much it. So photos are over on my blog if you're interested. There's the link that you can see there, and here's some links to some other videos in case you're interested in watching some other layout videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again really soon. Have a great day.